Day one of reading a chapter from the book of the Bible. I started this challenge because I've been reading my Bible inconsistently, and I want to read it more consistently because I'm going in the ministry. Today I'm going to be reading from Leviticus chapter 21. Let's get it. Also, I'm reading the Bible in order. I read a lot of the books in the New Testament, but I'm trying to go from beginning to the end. And if you're sitting there wondering why we have to read the Old Testament, it's because the Old Testament points towards Jesus. All the Bible points towards Jesus. And reading the Old Testament, you see why Jesus is so preeminent and why all the prophecies in the Old Testament point to him and why he's just him. So Leviticus chapter 21. I stutter a little, but this is more for me to keep myself accountable. But if you want to join me, you can join me on this ride. So let's get it. Okay. And the Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say to them, no one shall make himself unclean for the dead among his people, except for his closest relatives, his mother, his father, his son, his daughter, his brother, or his virgin sister, who was near to him because she had no husband. For her he make himself unclean. He shall not make himself unclean as a husband among his people, so profane himself. They shall not make bald patches on their heads, shave off the edges of their beards, nor make any cuts on their body. They shall be holy to their God, and not profane God, the name of their God. For they are the Lord's food offerings, the bread of their God. Therefore they shall be holy. They shall not marry a prostitute or a woman that has been defiled." Actually, I'm going to keep that up. "Neither shall they marry a woman divorced from her husband. For the priest is holy to his God. You shall sanctify him, for he offers the bread of your God. He shall be holy to you, for I, the Lord who sanctify you, am holy. And the daughter of any priest, if she profanes herself by whoring, profanes her father, she shall be burned with fire. The priest who was chief among his brothers, and whose head the anointing oil is poured, and who has been consecrated to wear the garments, shall not let the hair of his head hang loose, tear his clothes. He shall not go into any dead body, nor make himself unclean. Even for his father or for his mother, he shall not go out of the sanctuary, lest he profane the sanctuary of his God. For the consecration of the anointing oil of his God is on him. I am the Lord. And he shall take a wife in her virginity, a widow or a divorced woman, or a woman who has been defiled, or a prostitute, and he shall not marry. But he shall take as his wife a virgin of his own people, that he may not profane his offspring among his people, for I am the Lord who sanctifies him. I am the Lord who spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron, saying, None of your offspring throughout your generations who has a blemish may approach to offer the bread of his God. For no one who has a blemish shall draw near, a man blind or lame, or who has a mutilated face or limb too long, or a man who has injured a foot or injured a hand, or a hunchback or a dwarf,